Sometimes it does feel like a burden to have one of your strongest abilities be in something that isn't valued. Part of the burden of the intuitive is the fact that we're a minority. Within a world that isn't made for us, we have to find a way to live our truth, to find and create the time to do the things that matter most to us. Reconnect that world that you feel most natural in. Because if we don't create that excuse to be able to go there for ourselves, then we're always gonna feel off. We're always gonna feel like there's a burden. And it's always gonna hurt, and it's not gonna be easy. But we're the ones who have to do this for ourselves, because nobody else will do it for you, and oftentimes you won't be paid to do it. And so despite having to try to figure out how to live out there, create your own space to make this burden be less of a burden and more somewhere that you can thrive. Create something for yourself so that you can use those intuitive gifts and express them in whatever way feels best to you, so that you can wake up every day and not feel like you're carrying a burden, but like you're moving towards something, like you're living your best life. You do have that burden of figuring out how to do that for yourself. But at the same time, as an intuitive, isn't that what makes us part of living, part of the process fun? Isn't that what we want to do? We want to step outside of the lines. We want to step outside of the box. We have no choice but to question things and ask why things are going on. So at the same time, if this was an intuitive world that we were living in, we wouldn't have as much space to do those things. Like, we need that challenge, because once you start taking those steps to like reconnecting with who you really are, remembering what you can do, and reconnecting like with the joy and the love of life, and like thriving and living a life that you actually want to live, the burden becomes lighter. Sometimes we need to remind each other of that. On days where it does feel like a burden, on days where it feels heavy, your time is now. Reconnect with the heart, get out of your head, and follow your intuition.